Put her foot down.
Lauren Nicholson off and away now. Lauren with I'll Have Another by Gulchers, 28.047th position. And I think the I'll Have Another here is in reference to a gin and tonics, because he's known as Hendrix at home, isn't he?
Put two and two together. And Hendrix, owned by Brandy Randerman. She is rewarding. You see her rewarding him for that really, really smartly done job.
Lauren Nicholson, Lauren and I'll Have Another out at the far side of the course. They're coming down this first sward of grass away from the ring, which is the timber racing track maintained to the racecourse standards.
And you see Lauren get her horse, because he's quite green, get his attention really early through that turn. She gives him a really good ride there, because he definitely took quite a peek jumping down in that aqueduct down the hill. Lauren, you see her with the white foam on her horse's front and back legs that we call grease. It's for some of these horses, if they end up hitting a jump, to let their legs slide a little easier.
Lauren
Just passing.
And she definitely didn't take a tug going around that turn. It was well done, but for some of them, you got to know your horse. And if you have one that's a little peaky, you need to make sure you go out so they see it, but you can keep coming.
So Department of Natural Resources covered bridge. Just see I'll Have Another just chucking into Lauren's hand, and Lauren then wanted to pick him up and say, come on, because that is a big fence, although it's right out there on its own. And as Lynn was explaining earlier, it's angled across quite a wide ditch, so the ditch is in front of it on the tape.
Quite wide, and we're getting more crowds as the day goes on. Taking a little trot step to steady himself there. And that combination seems to be riding really well.
Yeah, what's great about the venue as well is the road access. There's a road access for Boyd Martin and Miss Lulu herself. Teammate Lauren Nicholson here coming to the Mars Sustainability Bay Maryland Blue Crab. That's the BC element of that fence. This log to Brush Arrowhead is separately numbered, and you can see there how Lauren, she just stopped between wind and wave there, right on the cusp of the water to the dry land, and that's exactly where the designer is expecting the horses to land, being a little bit more attacking into that distance than one or two we saw earlier on.
And you see her just check her watch after she finishes that combination, see where she is on the time on this greener horse. He's really, really he's benefiting from this positive ride she's giving him, but he's getting better and better, and that's why you take horses here. You come around this track and you come back with a way more educated, fitter horse for the future, and this is something you want to build on for the long term.
And again, the time, we've seen plenty here with 1 minute 38, 1 minute 45 left on their clock, and get home more than comfortably from there. So this is looking good here for Lauren Nicholson, and I'll Have Another to be one of our leaders for a while actually in this competition. She'll go just onto the board behind Amanda Beal and Carlson 119.
Now peaky in that little roller coaster there, we call a keyhole. Some horses, especially the greener ones, can just back them off and they can duck a bit. Very good on the way out there. Quite clever footwork.
Yeah, even if they don't slow down and back off on you, you just have to be ready for them to suddenly go and duck.
Yep. You never know until the first time you go through with one of them.
So Lauren Nicholson and I'll Have Another. Again, it might not be the most exciting of competitions in terms of time penalties and shuffling of the deck, but actually to see nice young horse, nice young horse, nice young horse after another have a good day cross country and come out, they're going to come out much better horses as well.
Absolutely, and you see her just finishing that final turn. She doesn't know we're probably looking at her there, but just giving him a pat, a reassuring pat, because as a green horse, that this is the hardest track they've ever seen, and they really have to fight for you all the way till the end. So yeah, it is not an easy track by any means. I think these riders are just making it look very easy.
So Lauren Nicholson, classy US Olympian, brings home another classy round of cross country, this time with I'll Have Another to stay on their dressage score of 28.0, second best as things currently stand here in our national championships. 3-star at the Mars Maryland 5-star at Fair Hill, presented by Brand Advisory. Let's catch up though with the clubhouse leader, Amanda Beal. She's with Frankie.